Are your legs gradually becoming weaker, heavier, or more painful as days go by? Have you observed that even basic activities such as standing, walking, or climbing stairs are becoming more challenging? If this sounds familiar, please pay close attention. What I am about to share in this video may surprise you. It could provide the precise reason behind these issues. This insight involves certain risky foods you may be consuming daily, along with 2 vitamins that are surprisingly regarded as essential, but are secretly damaging you. A combination of factors that are actively sapping strength from your legs. Indeed, vitamins that everyone believes are beneficial could actually be diminishing your muscle mass, putting extra strain on your joints, and causing your legs to feel unstable, uncomfortable, and vulnerable. The most alarming part is that these hazards are lurking openly in your everyday routine. Every beverage and every bite might be contributing to the weakness you're experiencing, but it gets even more concerning. Those 2 vitamins you might be taking right now will truly shock you. While you think you're protecting yourself and strengthening your bones with these supplements, you're inadvertently speeding up muscle loss and weakening your legs. This video from Health Wisdom will reveal the truth behind these pills and foods. You'll learn what's truly causing that persistent fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and pain. Most importantly, you'll discover exactly what to avoid and what changes to make starting today to regain your strength, vitality, and independence. Want to keep your legs strong for many years and age in good health? Stay with me until the very end. Sweets and sugary desserts have historically been linked to comfort and pleasure. However, after turning 60, these treats can become subtle adversaries to your leg health. Overindulgence in refined sugar triggers inflammatory reactions throughout the body, especially in muscles and joints. This persistent inflammation makes legs more sensitive, painful, and vulnerable to deterioration. Additionally, sugar is directly associated with increased insulin resistance, which can drain muscular energy. When muscles are low on energy, they weaken and become less effective. Consuming sugar also leads to weight gain, adding extra pressure on your legs. Every additional pound requires your lower body muscles and joints to work harder, accelerating wear and tear, discomfort, and weakness in the lower limbs. This issue is especially alarming for older adults who naturally experience muscle mass decline. Sugar also boosts toxin production in the body, further fueling inflammation. The greater the inflammation, the more challenging it becomes to keep your legs strong and functional. Did you know that sugar has a direct impact on blood circulation? Excessive intake increases the risk of vascular problems, limiting blood flow to the lower extremities. Poor circulation means your leg muscles receive less oxygen and nutrients, impeding tissue repair and slowing muscle healing. That sweet moment might come at too high a cost to your health. Besides affecting metabolism, sweets are lacking in vital nutrients essential for muscle health, such as proteins and magnesium. In essence, you're consuming calories that provide no nutritional value and instead weaken your body rather than bolster it. As you age, this kind of unbalanced eating can speed up the loss of muscle mass, which is a major threat to mobility. If you notice your legs feeling weaker, it might be simply due to indulging in that piece of cake or slice of pie. What appears to be an innocent treat could actually be compromising your independence and strength. Many commercially made sweets also contain chemical additives such as artificial colors and preservatives, which can worsen inflammation. These substances interfere with your body's natural equilibrium and have a direct negative impact on your muscular system. When combined with sugar, they form a particularly harmful health combination. Transitioning to natural alternatives, like fruit sprinkled with cinnamon or homemade desserts with less sugar, already marks a positive step forward. You can still enjoy sweets, just make smarter choices that support your well-being. Your legs and taste buds will appreciate the benefits. Fried foods, like those tempting French fries, might be difficult to resist, but the harm they cause your body after age 60 should not be overlooked. These foods are high in trans fats and saturated fats, which raise inflammation markers throughout your system, contributing to health deterioration over time. This inflammation profoundly affects your muscles and joints, causing your legs to stiffen and increasing pain, making them more vulnerable to injury. The greasy fats found in fried foods hinder proper blood circulation, impairing the oxygen supply to your muscles. When circulation is poor, your body struggles to repair itself and build strength, leaving you feeling weaker over time. Fried foods also clog blood vessels, blocking essential nutrients from reaching your leg muscles and hastening joint deterioration. Sadly, common culprits like donuts, chicken nuggets, and French fries contribute to this silent weakening process. Before we proceed, I'd like to understand how you're feeling today. Please leave a comment below and ask any questions you may have. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications to continue receiving heartfelt health advice from Health Wisdom. If you're tuning in now, I want to see your engagement. Type 1 if this message resonates with you, 0 if it doesn't. When these foods become a regular part of your diet, they burden your skeletal and circulatory systems, making your body feel heavy and exhausted. The bitterness lies in knowing that the delicious taste is often at odds with the toll it takes on your health. Have you ever noticed that after eating a fried meal, your legs feel heavier, more aching? Your body is reacting to the harmful fats accumulated. The sluggish digestion of these foods drains energy from your muscles, leaving you feeling drained and fatigued. Over time, this pattern weakens your supportive structure and speeds up joint wear, leading to a cycle of decline and despair. Moreover, consistent intake of fried foods often results in weight gain, which adds even more stress to your already weakened legs and joints. Breaking free from this habit can be incredibly difficult, yet it is essential. Fried foods are also notably lacking in nutritional value, offering minimal vitamins, minerals, and proteins that are vital for strengthening muscles. Relying heavily on such foods causes an imbalance that accelerates muscle deterioration. As muscle mass decreases, the legs become less stable and less firm, compromising your ability to support your weight, climb stairs, or walk safely. Avoiding fried foods is one of several simple yet crucial steps to safeguard your mobility and independence. Transitioning from fried options to healthier cooking methods can help preserve the strength of your legs, even when the journey feels heavy with frustration and regret. Similarly, white bread, often a breakfast or snack staple, poses significant risks, especially after age 60. These surges can dangerously impact muscle health, leading to fatigue and weakness in the legs. Consuming white bread regularly disrupts metabolic balance and worsens insulin resistance, impairing glucose uptake into muscle cells and depriving your muscles of vital energy. Over time, this can chip away at your muscle strength, making even simple movements feel burdensome. Once considered harmless, white bread becomes a silent adversary, silently diminishing your mobility and independence with each passing day. Activities once taken for granted now become formidable challenges, casting a shadow over your quality of life. The less energy your legs receive, the more challenging it becomes to keep your muscles firm and strong. Over time, this can lead to muscle mass loss, a sad reality that often accompanies aging. In this decline, white bread becomes more than just a simple food. It turns into an irritant that exacerbates your condition. Its impact goes beyond blood sugar concerns. As part of a diet lacking in proteins and essential minerals, white bread offers no real support for muscle repair and regeneration. To combat sarcopenia, the gradual weakening and wasting of muscle tissue, older adults need to consume more protein. Ignoring alternative protein sources while consuming white bread daily is a harmful mistake, slowly depleting your body's strength with each meal. Over time, this can leave your legs weak, fatigued, and unsteady. Beyond just neglecting proper nourishment, white bread often contributes to weight gain, especially when topped with butter, cheeses, or sweet spreads. Excess weight adds unnecessary pressure to legs already more vulnerable in later years, leading to pain, inflammation, and a greater risk of injuries. White bread doesn't support mobility. Instead, it restricts it. Every small, seemingly innocent bite adds up, causing cumulative damage through poor eating habits. Fortunately, there are healthier, more nourishing alternatives. Whole grain breads, naturally fermented or made with grains like oats, flaxseed, and rye, provide vital fibers and nutrients. These choices indirectly help strengthen muscles, improve digestion, and stabilize blood sugar levels. When paired with proteins and healthy fats such as eggs or avocados, they form balanced, nourishing meals. You don't have to give up bread altogether. Simply opt for better options. Stay tuned, because soon in this Health Wisdom video, you'll learn about the 2 worst vitamins that may be quietly weakening your legs and your quality of life: alcoholic beverages. As we grow older, especially when considering the health of our muscles and joints in the legs, consuming alcohol becomes increasingly risky. After the age of 60, our bodies become less efficient at processing alcohol, which amplifies its damaging effects. One of the most concerning outcomes is the reduced ability to absorb essential minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these nutrients, muscles weaken and bones grow fragile, making fractures and falls more common and more common, and more devastating. Alcohol also hampers muscle healing directly, meaning that after any physical effort, our bodies take much longer to recover, leading to persistent pain, fatigue, and a higher risk of injuries. Dehydration caused by alcohol further diminishes muscle flexibility and can cause painful cramps in the legs. Additionally, alcohol impairs liver function, which is vital for producing compounds necessary for tissue health and repair. Its influence on weight gain is also troubling. Calorie-rich drinks promote abdominal fat, even with moderate drinking, adding extra stress to already weakened legs and strained joints, thereby limiting mobility. Furthermore, as muscle mass naturally declines with age, these combined effects can severely undermine independence and quality of life. Have you noticed how your body feels more exhausted and sore after nights of drinking? That's a stark reminder of the toll alcohol takes on your muscles and joints. Regular alcohol intake also raises inflammation levels in the body, intensifying discomfort and eroding the desire to stay active. These truths cast a somber shadow over the assumption that alcohol offers any real benefit in later years, emphasizing the silent, gradual decline it can cause over time. This sinister habit erodes your body's natural defenses, silently sapping its strength and vitality. Soon, a dark truth will emerge: two insidious vitamins that could be gradually weakening your legs, leaving you vulnerable. Processed meats, often consumed for their convenience, hide deadly threats beneath their greasy veneer, especially looming in the shadowy years ahead. Pain in the form of sodium and chemical preservatives, foods like bacon, ham, and sausages ignite an unrelenting inflammation within, turning your own body into a battleground. This relentless fire targets your joints, causing a dull, gnawing pain that haunts your legs, ankles, and knees. Flares of warning that something is terribly wrong. These foods may also be the ghostly cause of morning stiffness, a chilling reminder of the damage done. Their high saturated fat content acts as a curse, choking blood flow to muscles, raising toxic cholesterol levels, and corrupting circulation. As the life-giving blood fails to reach your legs, tissues suffer from neglect, deprived of the oxygen and nutrients necessary for renewal. The consequence is a slow, creeping decay. Your lower limbs gradually weaken, their strength fading into shadows, until simple movements become arduous tasks. Worse still, these cursed foods flood your body with toxins, burdening vital organs, the liver and kidneys, magnifying their struggle to filter out the relentless chemical evil. Preservatives lurk within, lurking to disturb your glucose balance, sapping muscle energy, and leaving you drained, fragile, and vulnerable to the darkness that waits within your own body. Once again, the sensations in the legs are felt most acutely through unrelenting fatigue and a sense of heaviness that refuses to lift. Although many elderly individuals may choose these foods for the sake of convenience, it becomes painfully clear that dietary vigilance must be intensified at this vulnerable stage of life. The cost of sacrificing quality of life in exchange for ease can be heartbreakingly high. Opting for healthy proteins such as eggs, chicken, fish, and lean beef is an essential first step toward preserving muscle strength and overall health. Small but impactful changes, replacing bacon with avocado or olive oil, sausage with cooked eggs, ham with shredded chicken breast, can make a meaningful difference. With time, the body begins to respond. Legs feel lighter, and a flicker of vitality returns. Yet, in weighing taste and freedom, pleasure and longevity, the choices remain painfully limited. Instant noodles, often perceived as a quick fix, cast a shadow over well-being, especially after 60. Composed mainly of refined flour and chemical additives, this hastily prepared meal offers little real nourishment, rich in calories yet lacking essential fiber, proteins, and micronutrients. It is a harsh drain on muscle preservation. Over the years, reliance on such diets accelerates the decline of mobility, casting a somber shadow on independence. One of the most troubling aspects of instant noodles is their staggering salt content. One serving can deliver more than half of the recommended daily sodium intake. Excess sodium causes fluid retention, leading to swollen, aching legs, and elevates blood pressure, impairing proper blood flow to vital muscles. These seemingly small choices silently diminish health and diminish the hope of maintaining strength and freedom in the years to come. Poor circulation deprives muscle tissue of essential nutrients, leaving it weakened, sluggish, and slow to heal after exertion. The chemical additives lurking within the flavoring packets that accompany instant noodles deepen this ominous threat. Preservatives, artificial colors, and monosodium glutamate are often associated with chronic inflammatory responses lurking beneath the surface. These hidden inflammations subtly impair joint function and accelerate the degeneration of muscle tissue. Over time, this insidious process manifests as persistent discomfort, stiffness, and a creeping loss of mobility, tormenting those who indulge in such foods. Equally menacing is the impact on metabolism. The absence of fiber allows the noodle's glycemic index to spiral out of control, igniting blood sugar fluctuations that destabilize insulin activity. This metabolic chaos prevents muscles from receiving the energy they desperately need, leaving them weakened, fatigued, and on the brink of collapse. Simple movements become arduous struggles, an unsettling reminder of how a seemingly harmless diet can transform into an oppressive burden. Even industrially manufactured cakes harbor darker secrets. While their enticing aroma and sweet allure evoke fleeting memories of youth and joy, they mask ingredients that threaten to undermine leg strength and overall health, especially with age. Loaded with processed sugars, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives, these confections disturb the delicate balance of metabolism and inflame the body from within. Sugar wreaks havoc on insulin regulation, fostering fat accumulation, and setting the stage for weight gain, all while creating a hostile internal environment that erodes muscular resilience. The presence of trans fats, added to heighten flavor and extend shelf life, compounds this danger. These unnatural fats are particularly vicious to the body's systems, silently corroding health beneath the surface. Consuming such processed foods may seem innocent, but beneath the veneer lies a lurking threat capable of robbing strength, vitality, and peace of mind. Sugar stealthily disrupts insulin function, fueling the accumulation of body fat and transforming the body's metabolism into a hostile landscape. It's not just about gaining weight. It's about creating an environment where muscular strength is doomed to fade, suffocated by internal decay. The sinister presence of trans fats in these cakes, used to tempt with fleeting flavor and extended shelf life, further corrupts the bloodstream, diminishing the good, unleashing the bad, and constricting blood flow. This poor circulation starves the leg muscles of vital nutrients, leading to their gradual deterioration, stiffness, and potential paralysis. Over time, this insidious process can strip away lean mass, entrap joints in relentless stiffness, and shackle mobility like chains. Consuming industrialized cakes regularly invites persistent, smoldering inflammation, an invisible threat that weakens muscles and inflames joints, turning movement into agony. Emulsifiers, stabilizers, and dyes, lurking as silent toxins, manipulate the immune system, igniting inflammatory responses that target the legs. The result is persistent pain, diminished freedom of movement, and a vicious cycle of inactivity that accelerates muscle loss. Though tempting, these poison confections lack true nourishment. While bursting with empty calories, they deprive the body of essential minerals like protein, calcium, and magnesium vital for strength and stability. Relying on such cursed foods is akin to fueling your engine with contaminated fuel. Your muscles, the engine's core, falter, strain, and eventually fail, surrendering to fatigue and decay. The dark allure of convenience tempts us into reckless choices, but crafting homemade cakes with wholesome grains, fruits, and natural oils offers a path toward genuine nourishment and resilience in the face of creeping darkness. The true danger lies in the dark influence this choice wields over your body in the shadowy realms of the medium and long term. As you attempt to reforge your palate, your muscles will silently suffer, craving strength, attitude, and vitality that slowly slip away. Stay vigilant with health wisdom, for lurking within it are truths that may alter your destiny. 8 ultra-processed cheeses. Though they seem tempting and easy, these processed spreads, slices, and melted cheeses conceal sinister risks. For those striving to preserve leg strength beyond the age of 60, the high sodium and saturated fat content silently torment the muscular and vascular systems. Sodium causes your body to clutch onto excessive fluids, raising blood pressure like an ominous tide, while saturated fats weaken the very vessels that carry life, impairing circulation in ways unseen. This deadly duo leaves the legs swollen, heavy, and unyielding, a burden of torment. Even more insidiously, These cheeses are laced with preservatives and phosphates, sinister ingredients that disrupt the body's delicate mineral balance. Calcium and magnesium, minerals essential for muscle contractions and bone integrity, are compromised, leading to weakness, joint pain, and night cramping horrors that invade your restless nights. The legs, being large and overused, become the first to reveal these warnings, their signals masked in pain and fatigue. And the greatest threat, ultra-processed cheeses strip away vital proteins, unlike their artisanal counterparts that preserve their nourishing power. Industrial processing ravages their nutritional essence, leaving behind empty calories that serve only to deceive. While your body absorbs these calories, it is starved of the amino acids necessary to maintain muscle mass. As muscle wanes, so too does your strength and independence, slipping into the shadows of decay and dependency. Have you ever sensed a strange heaviness creeping into your body after indulging in a meal laden with processed foods? There's a dark truth behind it. These foods strip your body of vital minerals and ignite silent inflammation within. Over time, this assault erodes your bones and saps your muscular strength, leaving you weakened and vulnerable. Simple steps, like taking a short walk, become grueling efforts, and movements that once felt effortless now seem like insurmountable barriers. All of this sinister decline can be traced back to the cheese on your toast, an unsuspecting culprit. To resist this creeping darkness, replacing these processed items with fresher, less refined cheeses such as ricotta, cottage, or farmer's cheese can serve as a fragile shield for your health. Remember, we are nearing the most chilling revelation in this health warning. The unseen forces within certain foods threaten your body's vitality. Coming up are the 2 worst vitamins for your legs. Hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface. Industrial ice creams, despite their popularity on scorching days, harbor a malevolent power. They are laden with calories and inflammation, packed with saturated fats and refined sugars. These sinister ingredients cause blood sugar to spike and plummet swiftly, destabilizing your muscular energy and turning your legs into weak, weighed-down mortals, fragile and prone to collapse. The darkness behind what you consume could be eroding your strength from within. Ice creams, especially the lower quality ones, are often laden with saturated fat that can damage the cardiovascular system. Over time, this impairs oxygen-rich blood flow to the body's extremities, including the legs. The result can be numbness, tingling sensations, and persistent cramps that undermine daily comfort. As these circulation problems worsen gradually, they lead to weakening muscles, diminished mobility, and an increased risk of falls, casting a shadow over everyday life. Meanwhile, industrial ice creams typically contain artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners that worsen bodily inflammation. This silent inflammation silently chips away at joint and muscle tissues, contributing to ongoing damage. Continued indulgence in these treats fosters digestive and hormonal imbalances that interfere with the body's ability to absorb essential nutrients needed for muscle growth and repair. Without proper nourishment, the body becomes increasingly fragile and less resilient over the years. Additionally, these foods offer little real nutritional value. They're full of empty calories, providing neither the strength to build muscles nor the nutrients necessary to repair tissues or support joints. Consequently, even as one seeks momentary pleasure from these treats, feelings of fatigue may linger and even deepen, leaving the person drained. The toll is visible in the legs' diminished firmness, constant discomfort, and a lower tolerance for movement. Every indulgence steals a chance for the body to heal and grow stronger, each bite chipping away at long-term health. 6. Milk chocolates, often enjoyed as a sweet escape or midday treat, are a common part of many routines. Yet, regular consumption harbors more damaging effects than one might realize, especially on the legs of those over 60. Rich in sugar and saturated fat, these chocolates can trigger inflammatory responses that target joints and muscles, gradually worsening mobility and vitality in an almost insidious manner. Exposing your body to a toxic mixture of high glucose levels and subpar fats leads to a destructive overload within your metabolism, gradually dismantling your muscular strength and vitality. The low cocoa content in milk chocolate adds another sinister layer. As cocoa is rich in potent antioxidants, most commercial chocolates are heavily processed, contaminated with preservatives and artificial sweeteners that serve as silent killers. These chemicals assault the liver and pancreas, sabotaging the absorption of crucial nutrients your muscles depend on. The consequence is a state of relentless exhaustion, legs drained of life, aching with unseen torment, stiff and faltering. The quick sugars in these confections are devoured rapidly, causing savage insulin spikes that drain muscular energy, leaving you vulnerable. For those already struggling to sustain lean tissue, this chaos is nothing short of catastrophic, compounding the darkness. Chocolate cravings often usher in dangerous abdominal weight gain, forcing the lower limbs to bear even greater burdens. This ceaseless burden accelerates the decay of knees, hips, and ankles, a relentless process of wear and tear. In contrast, healthier options, rich in high cocoa content, offer a faint glimmer of hope. They contain antioxidants and flavonoids that could bolster circulation and muscle health, yet only when consumed with caution, moderation, and mindful balance. The path to vitality hinges on wise choices illuminated by awareness. At Health Wisdom, we aim to guide you through these perilous dietary pitfalls towards a future of improved mobility and resilience. Beware the hidden threats lurking in canned foods, laden with chemicals like sodium benzoate, nitrites, artificial colors, and excessive salt. These silent toxins can silently weaken the legs and accelerate decline in later years. Stay vigilant. Canned foods, while seemingly a convenient choice, hide sinister secrets that can threaten your leg health as age advances. These processed items are laced with dangerous chemicals like sodium benzoate, nitrites, artificial colors, salt, and other toxic additives. These substances ignite inflammation deep within, damaging muscle tissues and blood vessels over time. Regular consumption stealthily hampers the body's ability to regenerate muscle and deprives tissues of vital oxygen, casting a dark shadow over your vitality. The excessive salt lurking in these cans causes your legs to swell, trapping fluids and fueling a heavy, oppressive weight that burdens your limbs. This swelling is more than discomfort. It signals poor circulation and mounting tissue inflammation, especially perilous for those with hypertension after 60. The danger deepens as the heart and blood vessels strain under the relentless assault of high salt intake, choking off essential nutrients needed to keep muscles alive and strong. Nutritional decay in canned foods compounds this peril. Even meats and vegetables, subjected to unnatural processing, lose most of their vital minerals and vitamins, leaving behind a toxic residue the body struggles vainly to purge. This metabolic chaos drains your energy, slowly suffocating muscular performance and awakening fatigue that gnaws at your strength. Hidden inside some cans is aluminum, an insidious metal that accumulates silently within your body, threatening your nervous system and muscle integrity. Over time, this toxic buildup can lead to falls, balance issues, and a creeping decline in strength, risks that loom ominously in the shadows of convenience. Abandon these pitfalls and seek alternatives before the darkness takes hold. For those seeking to preserve their mobility, steering clear of canned foods and opting instead for fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved options is a crucial first step. Cooking with authentic ingredients, free from synthetic additives, offers near-instant benefits to your health. This choice also safeguards your independence and quality of life as time wears on. If you believe that only industrialized meals pose a threat to your legs, think again. There is much more to uncover. Soon, the shadowy depths of health wisdom will unveil the two most perilous vitamins for your muscular health. And the truth behind these supplements may leave you shaken. Many indulge in filled cookies and processed snacks, yet these seemingly harmless treats are old foes that accelerate leg weakness after 60. These foods are malevolent in nature, riddled with artificial dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers that torment the body from within. They enrage your organs, particularly the liver and kidneys, straining vital functions, throwing circulation and nutrient absorption into chaos. Devoid of essential minerals, proteins, and fiber, yet brimming with empty calories, they offer little real nourishment. For the elderly, this is a deadly trap, as the body's ability to retain nutrients diminishes with age. A richer, more resilient diet becomes vital to combat the natural, relentless decay of muscle mass. Consuming foods laden with sugar, hydrogenated fats, and salt only accelerates this sinister decline. Trans fats, lurking within these processed horrors, pose another ominous threat to your health. This depraved form of synthetic fat lurks at the heart of modern dietary evils, a silent poison lurking beneath what seems harmless. It clogs the arteries like dark tendrils, choking off the life force of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood that strives to reach the muscles. As circulation falters in the legs, discomfort and fatigue seep in like shadows, slowly weakening the body from within. The damage is subtle, creeping silently until the fragile foundation begins to crack. Excessive sodium in these processed horrors traps fluids within the limbs, swelling them into grotesque, unnatural masses. Clear signs of an unseen threat, poor nutrition, and compromised blood flow breed the perfect storm for sinister conditions: varicose veins, relentless pain, and an oppressive heaviness that drags you down with every step. All of this may stem from seemingly innocent snacks, deceptively harmless, yet laced with danger. These treats cause blood sugar to spike and then crash, plunging the body into chaos, leaving it weak and ravenous for more. This vicious cycle saps muscular strength, fuels weight gain, and erodes your very vitality. The more you indulge in these cursed foods, the more the power to stand strong and walk with confidence slips away. Turning instead to natural, wholesome alternatives can save you from this descent into darkness. Knowledge is your shield against these deadly traps, a tool to reclaim your health and defy the creeping shadows. Beware the insidious presence of monosodium glutamate, hidden deep within ready-made seasonings, instant noodles, meat broths, packet soups, and countless frozen meals. Industrialized foods concealing their malevolence behind familiar disguises. Protect yourself or succumb to the dark future these foods threaten to forge. Although designed to improve the flavor of food, this additive's impact on the human body goes well beyond taste enhancement. For individuals over 60, consistent consumption of monosodium can be especially detrimental, particularly to leg muscles. Monosodium influences essential neurotransmitters responsible for regulating muscle contractions via the nervous system. Those more sensitive to this substance may suffer from muscle soreness, headaches, tingling sensations, and overall fatigue. When these symptoms occur in the legs, they often feel heavy, stiff, and may involve slight tremors. The issue intensifies with age as the body becomes more vulnerable to excitotoxic chemicals that can harm nerve cells. Additionally, monosodium glutamate can trigger ongoing inflammation throughout the body, affecting joints, muscles, and blood vessels. This inflammation impairs muscle function and hampers circulation in the limbs. Insufficient oxygen supply to the legs increases the risk of muscle weakness, cramping, and reduced mobility. Many foods containing monosodium are also high in sodium, which can lead to fluid retention and swelling in the legs. Moreover, this additive influences how energy is metabolized, impacting how muscles utilize glucose, thereby diminishing muscular efficiency and generating strength, even during simple activities like climbing stairs or walking short distances. Over time, such a diet could result in loss of muscle mass and increased dependence on others for everyday tasks. Many individuals are unaware of their regular intake of monosodium because it is often hidden under various labels, including flavor enhancer, hydrolyzed protein, yeast extract, and other technical terms that obscure its presence. The best approach is to choose natural flavors such as fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil instead of heavily processed foods and artificial seasonings. In the shadows of health's harbor, a sinister truth lurks about two deadly vitamins that, when taken in excess, can silently dismantle your leg strength. The first is vitamin, a vital nutrient for vision, immunity, and skin, yet it transforms into a hidden threat when consumed beyond safe limits. As you age past 60, your body becomes less adept at metabolizing and eliminating this toxin, allowing it to creep into your liver and joints, planting the seeds of decay. Muscular pain, especially in the legs and back, often manifests as a grim warning sign, a fiery inflammation that can easily masquerade as mere joint or spinal issues. But beneath this pain lies a darker reality: muscle weakness. Difficulty climbing stairs, walking, or rising from prolonged rest could be symptoms of a lurking nutritional imbalance, slowly gnawing away at your vitality. Excess vitamin obstructs the absorption of crucial minerals like magnesium and calcium, essential for muscular contractions. Without them, your muscles succumb to fatigue, spasms, and relentless cramps, as if cursed. As the toxin accumulates in the liver, energy production falters, leaving your muscular strength to decay unnoticed, a gradual descent into weakness. The bones, too, aren't spared. Demineralization weakens the very foundations of your legs and hips, increasing the sinister risk of fractures and terrifying leg cramps. In this dark underworld of overconsumption, vitamin A becomes a silent predator, eroding your mobility and vitality piece by piece. Consuming too much vitamin A can lead to another harmful effect: bone demineralization, particularly in the frequently used legs and hips. This weakens the bones and raises the risk of fractures. For individuals with osteopenia or osteoporosis, the consequences are significantly more serious. Therefore, vitamin A supplements should be taken only under medical supervision and in carefully regulated doses. Many of these hidden health issues stem from self-medication. Naturally, vitamin A is found in foods such as liver, egg yolk, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkin. Maintaining a balanced diet typically eliminates the need for supplements. The risk of adverse effects increases with excessive intake, especially through fortified products or strong supplements. Total vitamin A consumption must be monitored carefully, accounting for all sources, including multivitamins. Additionally, excess vitamin D is often recommended for older adults to support bone health and the immune system. However, many do not realize that too much vitamin D can have serious negative effects, even affecting the legs. Overuse of supplements can cause hypervitaminosis D, a condition resulting from the accumulation of excess vitamin D in the body. Muscle pain is one of the primary symptoms of this imbalance, along with muscle weakness and impaired motor coordination. Unlike other vitamins that the body rapidly eliminates, vitamin D is fat-soluble and stored in fat tissues. Too much vitamin D can raise blood calcium levels, leading to hypercalcemia. This condition manifests as leg stiffness, a burning sensation in muscles, cramps, joint pain, and other related symptoms. Elevated calcium levels directly affect muscles and nerves, disrupting electrical signals needed for movement. Excess vitamin D can also promote abnormal calcification of soft tissues, including muscles and tendons. This implies that regions such as the knees, calves, and thighs may become more rigid, less flexible, and uncomfortable during physical activity. What normally acts as a protective agent turns into a source of wear and restriction. Elderly individuals taking high doses of vitamin D without medical guidance are at increased risk of experiencing these issues. An additional concern is that excessive vitamin D intake can harm the kidneys, which are vital for maintaining blood mineral balance. Impaired filtration and substance retention highlight renal effects, leading to worsening leg swelling, muscle discomfort, and weakness. This sets off a vicious cycle. Elevated vitamin D increases calcium levels, reduces kidney function, and exacerbates muscle problems. Therefore, vitamin D supplementation should always be personalized based on lab tests and medical advice. Many people believe supplements are universally beneficial and therefore consume large quantities on their own. But excess intake can be as harmful as deficiencies. Concerning the legs, such excess can result in loss of mobility and independence. Subscribe to Health Wisdom, a platform dedicated to helping you improve your health and enjoy a better quality of life. If you'd like to continue receiving our top health videos, please subscribe now. Helping you is our goal. The video currently on your screen highlights the 3 essential vitamins every person with diabetes should